I kind of know how a Republican can win, whether it's me or somebody else, and it has to be much more uplifting, much more positive, much more willing to, to be practical now in Washington world, lose the primary to win the general, without violating your principles.
You need people starting in your family, but going to your friends, beyond a larger circle, who will really be there for you and continue to treat you like a human being. Because you can easily lose touch with, what's real, what's authentic.
Wow. Both Jeb and Hillary, a little unplugged, John Stanton. I mean, I thought it was interesting, and both of them were trying to show there's some authenticity, trying to show they're not totally trying to play a political game here.
Well, I think Jeb has a less of a problem with that than Hillary. She clearly has had troubles with this whole issue of, does she understand what it's like to be a real person?
22 years she hasn't walked alone.
Right.
I mean, that's not necessarily her fault. I mean, she's had Secret Service protection for 22 years. That is tough.
And she's had a couple of sort of bad gaffes of saying things about what qualifies to being middle class, things like that. Yeah. And I think she's trying to at least acknowledge that she's got these problems and take it head on, which I think is smart on her part. And I think Jeb is looking at the reality that the notion is that he can't win the primary because he's too nice and too affable and isn't really going to go out there and bang on Democrats the way that conservatives will. And I think that's sort of what they're both trying to look at. So,
Mayor Reed, you ready for Hillary?
Yeah, we're going to know in 2016 what's going to happen based upon what they do on immigration and what they do on the budget. If Boehner and McConnell get deals on immigration and the budget and don't let the government get shut down, then we're going to have a real race in 2016. I'm ready for Hillary, though.
What do you think about Jeb Bush's authenticity there, Rick? He's basically saying, look, I'm going to stay who I am. You may not agree with me on something. Basically saying, you don't agree with me on immigration and Common Core conservatives, but I'm not going to placate you on those two issues.
Listen, immigration, very important. Common Core, I would like to think that the Republicans would have loftier issues that they would concentrate on when they pick their candidate for 2016.